I love that bell when I'm doing it. Members and friends of LCUUF, we gather today to explore the transformative power of joy. Joy not as a fleeting emotion, but a way of living, a choice we make every day. It's a gift we give ourselves, and we share it with others, cultivating a sense of wonder, gratitude, and delight. Let us embark on this journey of joyful living together as we seek to infuse our days with the radiance of joy. Good morning. My name is Rana Swam, and I'm today's service associate. Jane Castleman will be presenting our message this morning. And a note about this service. We asked ChatGPT for a presentation on joy appropriate for a UU congregation, including, I know, including readings and songs. Though much of today's presentation was generated by ChatGPT, it has also been created in part by members of the Sunday Service Committee. So I guess we can say it's a hybrid service. The first time that I remember personally experiencing joy, I was 8 years old, sitting on a swing in a playground. I've come to call it a spiritual awakening. An awareness of spiritual need, a willingness to pursue it, and a deep feeling of peace and, yes, joy. Although at the time I didn't have words to attach to that experience. Then there's a really long stretch of my life where I did not experience that again. In fact, it was about 40 years later. I was living in New York and working in the Bronx. I was feeling a lot of stress adapting to this new lifestyle and the pace of life. On my customary commute, on the freeway access ramp to my right was a cut through an immense solid rock. Immense. It was dark and wet from tiny springs of water. On an ordinary midwinter day, the rising sun struck that frozen mass of stone and revealed an immense, glittering, scintillating, resplendent waterfall, frozen in time. Thank you, Thesaurus. I've continued to collect moments like this, moments that fill me with wonder and gratitude. Additionally, the search for joy has led me to this place, to this fellowship, to this group of people, my new friends, to all of you. Well, these experiences were not generated by ChatGPT. In our Sunday mornings, we try to present information that is accurate, inspiring, and helpful in the quality of what we are offering you today. So after the service, if you would like to give comment, following the post lead, if you'd like to comment on the quality of the presentation and your impression of using the ChatGPT as the outline for a presentation, we'd really like to hear what you have to say. And so, I want to welcome you with live from Fellowship Hall. It's our LCUUF Sunday service. Oh, I was going to leave. Our announcements were on a slideshow before the service and were also sent out by email yesterday with the order of service for today. If you are new and would like to receive emails for upcoming services, please talk to a member of the welcome team or write to us at info@lcuuf.org. And now, a special welcome to our visitors. If you're visiting with us for the first time, or if you've returned or reconnected with us after a long absence, we invite you to say your name and tell us where you're from. If you are on Zoom, please introduce yourself in the chat box. We will read those messages aloud. We'll start with people in the room and wait for Dee Dee to bring the microphone for you. Is there anyone new in the room? That was good, just us old folks. Okay, so, we do have one. We do have one. Sorry about that.
My name is Zeynep. I'm from Turkey, and I'm living here almost 6 years, and I'm working at organic farmers market. I'm cooking Turkish food and selling and making happy my customers and my friends. And I'm happy to... Oh, thank you. Oh, hi. Thank you. We welcome you.
Welcome. Okay, and again, anybody new here in the audience? No? Okay, so now let's switch to those on Zoom. Is there anyone new with us on Zoom? No? Okay, and just a brief note. We offer a wide variety of services on various topics presented by our members. Outside guests, as well as our minister, Reverend Matt Elspa. I'm reading this. We hope you will return to sample this variety of thought and belief. Our chalice lighting words today are by ChatGPT, with a bit of tweaking. As we gather here today, we kindle the flame of joy within our hearts as we light this chalice. May the glow of this flame remind us to find joy in the simple things, in the ordinary moments that make life extraordinary. And may it remind us to carry its light with us beyond these walls, sharing the gift of joy with all whom we encounter. Kindle this light in celebration for the life that we share. Each week we take time to remind ourselves that we belong to a community which cares for each other. The sharing of joys, sorrows, and milestones is one way that we practice holding one another in community. We speak what is in our hearts, sharing any significant joys or sorrows in our lives, because there is power in sharing. We'll start with the folks in the room to give those on Zoom a chance to type joys or sorrows into the chat to be read out loud here at the fellowship. So first, let's recall the joys. Whatever you may be celebrating, whatever evokes a feeling of joy or peace for yourself or others. Are there any joys? Are there any joys that people would like to share here in the room? Oh yes, we do have some joys here.
Hi, my name is Paula, and I have a joy and a big thank you to Barley, who is organizing tomorrow's taco party, and I think there's over 60 people coming, and we'll be at St. Andrews, so it'll be wonderful. And also, I've heard from my Australian friends, it's 2024 there.
So it's winter and cold up north, so a lot of my friends have said, we're coming, and 2 of them arrived last night, and 2 more are coming this week, and 1 the week after. There's only 2 of them staying with me part-time, but I'm very excited. And I think some of you met Hyacinth last year when she was here, and she's coming back for 2 months, so I'm sure you'll see her. Anyway, it's a joy to share my new life with my old friends.
My joy is, I'm Pamela, and I have my Cuban family, my husband's sister and nephew with us again this year, which is a joy that they can come now. And our daughter was here, and now she's in Brazil. And my great joy is she has such a much better job that she can see us and then go off and have fun with her friends.
I am David, and my joy to share this morning is I have a tomato plant that is promising not 4, not 7, but 14 tomatoes, a cluster of 14 tomatoes. Woo!
Are there any more joys here in the room?
Yes, good morning. I'm Michael. It's a mixed joy and sorrow. I was gone 2 weeks ago because my mother, my 99-year-old mother, finally died. The joy, though, was that we anticipated it, and I had spent a week in October with her. But it was just a really glorious family community celebration. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Phyllis. I'm still Phyllis. And I have a friend who went to Europe from here yesterday, and she's putting everything on Facebook, all of her exciting expeditions everywhere she's going. And she had this huge platter of paella from Madrid on the Facebook with huge, enormous shrimp that were just the size of lobsters. It was amazing. But I'm really excited for her, and I'm glad she went to Europe, even though it's freezing cold over there now.
You're giving me my exercise today.
A lot of exercise. My name is Christy. I'm a longtime Unitarian from All Souls in Tulsa. And I don't always attend every Sunday, but I have a joy and a sorrow. It's kind of an interesting situation. But my joy is all my friends here that I've met in Mexico and how much they've helped me. Today should have been my wedding day, but it's not going to happen. But my friends here have rallied around me and helped me. And it's just wonderful. They're my family now, and I just love being here. So it's both a joy and a sorrow.
Are there any joys to be shared on Zoom?
No one's on Zoom.
Okay. We'll move right along then. Now let us voice our sorrows, whatever you or the world may be holding that is in need of our healing and caring thoughts. Are there any sorrows that people would like to share here in the room?
Hi, I'm Kat, and I just wanted to tell everyone to think of Janice Kimball. We were going to bring her to the taco party tomorrow, but she has decided that our health problems, and she's had some pain, and she's not going to be there.
My name is Sue. I would like to light a candle of concern in silence.
And I guess there will be no sorrows to be shared from Zoom, if there's no one on Zoom. Okay? So if there are no more sorrows here in the room, from our care team, this candle represents the joys and sorrows we hold in the silent sanctuary of our hearts. We light this candle for all those unspoken sorrows and joys. Let us please share a moment of silence to hold in our hearts both the sorrows and the joys that have been shared this morning. There are many ways to be of service to LCUUF. Our time, treasure, and talents are all necessary components to a healthy fellowship. Now is the time in our service when we ask you to share the gift of treasure through pledging and donations. May our offerings today be blessed with joy, infusing our community with an ever-renewing sense of purpose and happiness. During December, we're supporting Tapeo's Centro Comunitario. The silent H's are always hard for me because I want to say them. Tapeua neighborhood is situated on the hillside above downtown Chapala and is considered one of the poorest communities in the state of Jalisco. Excuse me. Their vision is to help a village to help itself, to create a place the poor of the village can go for food, counseling, guidance, and help of any kind. The offering has been given and, will be given. The offering, I'm behind times here. The offering will now be given, generously given, and gratefully received. So now it's been generously given and gratefully received. And thank you for passing the basket. Our opening hymn is For the Earth Forever Turning. Please rise in body or in spirit and join in singing.
Sing we
Today's reading is an excerpt from the Book of Joy by the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Quoting, "Joy is the happiness that is not dependent on what happens. It springs up from within. It is an act of defiance. It's a refusal to let life's challenges dim our spirits. Joy is the ability to experience contentment and delight, even in the midst of sorrow and difficulty. It's a balm that heals our wounds and empowers us to keep moving forward with gratitude and resilience. Let us remember that joy is not an ephemeral emotion. It's a way of living."
Let us enter another moment of silence and allow ourselves to connect with the joy that resides within us. Take a few minutes to reflect on the reading you just heard and think, how can we cultivate joy in our lives? And what does that joy mean to each of us individually? And feel the gentle rhythm of your breath as it anchors you in the present moment. With each inhale, envision joy filling your chest, radiating outward with every exhale to those around you, to those that you know but who are not present with you here, and to those in the greater world beyond this moment's vision. And as we come back together, let joy infuse our spirits and bind us as a community. So, we all know that in the greater world, at this moment especially, and always, it's filled with sorrow and suffering and challenges. It's easy to overlook the joys that surround us. We can get caught up, especially when we're younger, in the pursuit of happiness, thinking that it lies in external achievements or possessions. But true joy lies within us, and we learn that, get a feel for that joy that's waiting to be awakened in a state of being that transcends the circumstances. So let's explore how we can embrace and nurture the gift of joy in our lives. I want to make a confession here. You know, we all, I don't want to give you the impression that we think you should just jump in and feel joy, or that it's your job, or that you should just fake it till you make it. I'm here to confess that there's been a lot of pain in my life, especially in the last 2 years. We all have pain. Sometimes it's manageable, sometimes it's negligible, or even we don't even think about it, but other times it's overwhelming. And that was the size of my pain. And I did not think that I could get to the other side of that. So I'm here to admit, you know, it's not somebody else's pain I'm talking about here, is mine. I did not see any way to get to the other shore, even hand over hand. But the thing is that I think of life as a process, a river, a stream, a process, not so much a goal or a series of events. And so in the end, I thought I needed to find a process to learn how to get through this. That part that I'm telling you about was not presented to us by ChatGPT. That I thought was a weakness. So I wanted to share this with you. I think this presentation is really about gratitude and how it leads to joy. But I think for me, there were two crucial steps that came before that. And it started my movement through it came when I connected with and began to recite the Serenity Prayer. So many of you know that, maybe you've recited it. Lord, grant me the serenity to accept that which I cannot change, the courage to change things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So I began reciting that to myself. And the only word I could focus on was the one I remembered, acceptance. And as I said it day by day, it took a different feel for me. And eventually, after some time, what emerged out of that was a feeling of serenity. And over time, the serenity experienced over and over made me feel gratitude for that serenity. And beyond that, because of the gratitude, I felt joy. So these initial steps to me are part of this presentation. I wanted you to hear them because not all of us can start with gratitude, or there are times when we cannot start with gratitude. But gratitude is the foundation of joyful living. It opens our hearts to the abundance and the beauty that surrounds us, even in the middle of adversity. So let's take a moment to reflect on the blessings in our lives, big and small, and shift our focus, if we can, to from what is lacking to what is present, what nurtures a sense of contentment and joy. Because gratitude has the power to uplift and inspire, remind us of the blessings that do enrich our lives. And this is my commitment to myself, to strive to cultivate a daily practice of gratitude and acknowledge the gifts that have graced my life, and I trust will then continue to grace my life, our lives. Rena?
This is an excerpt from the Gratitude Diaries by author Janice Kaplan. Gratitude isn't just a response to receiving gifts. It's a way of life. When we approach each day with a grateful heart, we open ourselves to beauty and abundance that surrounds us. Gratitude is a powerful force that transforms our perspective and brings joy into our lives. Let us cultivate gratitude as a practice and watch it flourish within us.
So often our minds are preoccupied with regrets or worries, robbing us of the joy that's available to us if we focus on it. You know, it's like we live in a world where what we see and experience is where our mind is focusing at that moment. It's like living in a dark room with a flashlight, and you can only see what you focus on, but it's all there. So yes, it's available if we focus on it. And that's the value of mindfulness. When we bring our attention to the here and now and to those things that we are grateful for, we discover the beauty that's there waiting for us to notice it. So when we commit to being fully present, awakening to the joy that resides in our daily lives, we can say we know something about mindfulness.
Gratitude and joy. Mindfulness and gratitude are closely intertwined. As we cultivate an attitude of mindfulness, we have a greater sense of the simple joys in life. The act of being grateful for what we have can amplify our experience of joy and contentment. By acknowledging the blessings in our lives, we foster an attitude of abundance, which allows joy to flourish. I think this is you.
This is another aspect that will help us to cultivate gratitude and joy. It flourishes in the soil of authentic connections with ourselves, with others, and with the wider world. Meaningful relationships. When we cultivate those deep and meaningful relationships, we create spaces for joy to bloom and thrive. So joy is contagious. It spreads from face to face, thank you, Kat, and from heart to heart, building bridges of understanding and compassion. So when we prioritize building authentic connections, nurturing a sense of belonging through vulnerability, honesty, integrity, we create shared joy with our fellowship and beyond. And here's another aspect to gratitude and joy. In a world filled with this much suffering and injustice, choosing joy can be an act of resistance. It's not a denial of reality, but a refusal to let despair and cynicism dictate our lives. Because joy empowers us to stand firm in the face of adversity, to seek justice and create a more compassionate world around us, everywhere. You know, it travels. So let's remember that joy is not a luxury that we claim for ourselves, but a necessity for our well-being and for the work that we are called to do in the world. May we embrace joy as an act of defiance, a testament to our unwavering commitment to justice and a beacon of hope for a better world. Let joy be our compass. Let it guide us on the path of resistance and remind us of the power that we hold to create change. Different, huh? In closing, let's remember that joy, as we said in the beginning, is not a fleeting emotion. Emotions are fleeting. They're not permanent. Joy is a state of being, a way of living that emerges from within us when we nurture it. When we nurture it with our own commitment to ourselves, and it's a gift that we can cultivate and share with others because it enlifts and inspires those around us. So as we continue our journey, let's open our hearts to the abundant joy that surrounds us. Let's cultivate the gratitude, embrace the present moment, foster those authentic connections, and choose joy as a path of resistance. And as we navigate the twists and turns of life, and there's pain everywhere, we know that. It's part of being a human being. No way not to feel. May we remember, though, that joy is not a destination, but a way of being and a state of mind and heart that empowers us to live fully, love deeply, and make a positive impact in the world. May our fellowship be a sanctuary of joy, inspiring and uplifting one another on this difficult and sacred journey. Blessed be.
Hear, hear.
Let us extinguish our chalices with these words, which we read together. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we keep in our hearts and share with all the world.
way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't I? Oh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, the dream that you dare to, why, oh why can't I?
Our worship is over. Our service begins. Go in peace and joy, and with a purpose.